12:30 ng madaling araw, she felt bad about something I did. Nasa rehearsal studio ako. I had to go home. I had to go home. Kailangan ko ipakita sa asawa ko na hindi importante yung banda ko, mas importante siya.
As a couple, you've gone through so much together as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have a segment on the show called So Together, where we talk to couples like yourselves, see how you're able to work together, live together, love together, manage stress together. And this is now the third part of our conversation, because I'm sure that this experience has affected your marriage one way or another. And I'm sure that it hasn't been glossy. I'm sure there were days, Ja, if I were you, or maybe we're different, if I were you and my husband got it and my husband passed it on to my mom, I think mas magpapanik ako for my mom. I think maiiyak ako, and I think also if tables were turned, Paco, in your place, I'm sure you felt guilty.
Oh yeah.
Diba? So let's talk about that. How has this whole experience affected your marriage? Let's start with sino mauna? Paco, Jaja.
Ikaw na.
How it affected. Did it affect our marriage ba? Actually, did it affect? I think the hotel thing, diba, was kind of, he didn't get it at first, and then when he started having the symptoms, it's like, okay, just stay there muna para you won't.
Kasi hindi ko maintindihan pag nasa hotel siya eh. Siyempre, sanay ka ng akap-akap mo, di ba? Ganon. Gabi-gabi yan. And then ngayon, FaceTime na lang. Kumbaga parang unfair.
Yeah.
Galit
ba?
Oo.
Did it affect our marriage?
Aside from that, ano yon, mga sore spots? Ano yung mga pinag-awayan nyo during this time?
Okay. Ito. Hindi. Nung quarantine, ito, ang pinakamahirap, okay guys, always have an emergency fund. Importante po ang emergency fund. At kung wala kayong emergency fund, make sure you have an emergency friend. If you have both, mas maganda. Okay? So, hotel. Yung hotel ni Jaja is good for her.
Okay.
Sagot ng county, para lang sa healthcare worker, not for your family, just for the healthcare worker. So I had to get a hotel room.
Okay.
I had to get a hotel room for both of them. So we're talking about 2 weeks.
Meaning both si Jaja and Cassidy. Kasi sila yung So sila yung umalis ng bahay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yung
so they were comfortable. Imagine, they were comfortably sick.
Yes.
At home. And we were with all the luggage. I had to take Cassidy's
homework,
things, like
Zoom,
Zoom. I had
and then she had to go to work.
Yeah.
And then, alam mo, paano namin gagawin yon? Buti lang, wala na ako sa contagious stage. So kahit hindi ako contagious, we had to risk it. I had to go leave the house and take care of my daughter sa hotel, pero hindi ko para lang may adult in the room. Ganun lang, pero hindi ko nilalapitan. Wala akong hinahawakan. Para akong lahat. Talagang ang sakit ng katawan ko. Because after COVID, the following week na hindi ka na contagious, meron ka ma-flu. So, ang sakit ng katawan mo, sakit ng ulo mo.
Oh,
she had to go to work. You had to take care of this stuff. Ang dami mo kailangan gawin. So yun, medyo pasensya kaming dalawa. But I know that we were getting on each other's nerves. No? Tapos, binook ko sila ng hotel na maganda, may malaking fridge.
May kitchen.
May kitchen. So yung asawa ko, nag-grocery. And then, kailangan lumipat ng ibang hotel na ang meron lang, alam mo yun, Jannelle, yung maliit na fridge.
Why kailangan lumipat?
Kasi nabook lang namin ng ilang araw and may nakabook na dun sa hotel na yun. Parang gano'n.
That's so difficult. That's so difficult. Yung packing, unpacking, tapos you're getting comfortable, but then you have to leave again. That's
Yeah, and then ordering
food.
It got so costly, you know. It was,
Yeah.
we just for that
Almost
$3,000.
For 2 weeks.
that's just for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hotel, food, other incidentals. Because syempre, yung dalawang anak ko naman sa bahay.
Nobody's cooking food.
Wala yung nagluluto dahil
my mom is sick.
Wala siya, mom sick, wala akong panlasa, nawalan ako ng panlasa.
Right.
Nawalan ako ng pangamoy, nawalan ako ng panlasa.
Okay.
So lahat eat out, no?
Yeah.
Right. And that's a good advice. Always have an emergency fund. You know, we always talk about that here on the show as well. We also have a segment called So Rescued. We're talking about finances. And
Akala ko naman so rich.
If you're not so rich, you better have your emergency fund. Kasi talaga. And I like that, yung emergency friend. Na know a friend that you can count on them, right? To help you with.
But nobody.
Hindi, si Kenneth Ilagan.
What? Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about like we couldn't count on our friends to take care of our children. Kasi
si Brian, di ba? Paranoid Brian.
Right.
Yeah, because they know that even if Cassidy or me were negative, it's the fact that, we're exposed to as well. So, of course, nobody's gonna want to take care of our kids or my daughter. So, parang...
Like, sasabihin ko kay best friend Brian, pwede ba alagaan si Cassie? No way.
Well, that's a friend. He's honest, di ba? So,
Yes, pero yung isang kaibigan namin, si Kenneth Ilagan, God bless him, because, isipin mo, nakakuha ko for them ng suite sa hotel using friends and family discount because he works for a hotel. And he was, kumbaga sinabi ko lang na, bro, ingat kayo ha, tinamaan ako ng COVID. That's all I said. And sabi niya, papadalang kita ng voucher ha, gamitin mo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
I did not have to say anything.
Yeah, it's good to have friends like that, which brings
emergency friend.
Huh?
Yeah.
Emergency friend. Yeah. Which brings me to my question. To end this segment, what advice would you share to couples who find themselves arguing a lot during this period because it's so stressful, whether or not they're hit by COVID? Some couples, some are dealing with loss of job, loss of income, loss of business. Sobrang compounded ang stress.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gave practical advice earlier, which is have an emergency friend. I like that. Walang sisihan. That's for any relationship. What?
Diba?
Tama yon. And what else? Anything else?
Kumbaga, your patience has to be amplified. Amplified patience. It's not enough na walang sisihan. But we have to have empathy. Like, ang maganda sa asawa ko, alam niyang paranoid ako, hindi niya ako minamak. Madali naman ako imak at madali naman ako i-brush off di ba? Pwede ba sabihin, ano ka ba? Masyado ka naman praning. Pwede ba?
Pero pag sabi mo, if you're feeling something, sige, magpa-urgent care ka na. Like, just for you to feel better about yourself and your paranoia, and then you're just gonna go home and then you're just gonna be like, nga, tama ka. But then you do it like twice a week.
To the point na sinabihan ako, alam mo ba may bill ka galing sa Kaiser? Akala mo ba binayaran ko na? Hindi. May additional bill ka galing sa Kaiser.
Kasi punta ka ng punta.
ER, hindi lang urgent care, ER pa yan.
Nag-ER ka pa.
Nag-ER pa siya.
Okay, Jannelle, I will share it with your viewers. After your 14-day COVID experience, COVID is like a bad girlfriend. Pumabalik pa yan. Okay. Hindi niya kinukuha lahat ng damit niya. Hindi lumalayas ng one time yan. May tinitira yan. Right. So, yung diarrhea part, akala ko mawawala na after. Soft stool is considered diarrhea because according to my doctor, you are purging the virus from your your GI or your lungs. Kung nasa lungs mo yung virus, puro ka phlegm for the next 2 weeks. Kung nasa intestine mo, soft stool ka for the next 2 weeks.
Right.
It causes dehydration. So hindi ko ina-expect na dehydrated na pala ako until one time, bigla lang ako nagpa-palpitate, heart rate ko was 147, akala ko inatake na ako sa puso. I was very dehydrated because of COVID.
Right. And so I like that. Thank you for sharing that, because I think one thing that's very clear in this conversation is, for a marriage to work, you really need to be patient with each other.
Oh yeah.
And I think this experience has tested your patience. Pag kami mga times na nag-aaway kayo, how did you resolve it? You said getting on each other's nerves. How did you resolve it? Did you take time apart? Did you talk about it?
He does not let me take time apart. I wish it was like that, like a quiet time. No. Like, he's the type who will, like, really face you and be like, no, you're not walking away from me. Ganun siya. Like, no, let's talk about it right now. Until, wala. You have to stop whatever you're doing.
Right.
You have to stop everything. Yeah, he's a Mr. Fix It Now. No going to bed mad or anything like that.
Pero in fairness, ganun din naman siya.
Ganun din
Kasi,
siya.
remember, may rehearsal ako at 12:30 ng madaling araw. She felt bad about something I did. Nasa rehearsal studio ako. I had to go home. I had to go home. Kailangan ko ipakita sa asawa ko na hindi importante yung banda ko, mas importante siya. Kumbaga, boys, pwede natin to i-pack up, or you wait for me. I have to settle the score at home. And then kung okay kami, I'll come back.
Right.
So nung inayos namin, went back to rehearsal, okay siya, okay lahat. Importante, pinaprioritize namin yung isa't isa.
True. And I think
Tama naman.
that's a good advice. Akala ko magkikiss ka.
No time. Not even an hour, not even a minute. Other people would be like, okay, I'm just gonna go out of the house. Me walking out of the house, that's it. Like, that's our rule. You cannot walk out of the house. Right. Or walk out on each other, right? Yeah.
Kasi, di ba, kumbaga, ano ba goal natin?
Oh, yeah. He always asks me that.
Ano ba goal natin? Goal ba natin maghiwalay? Kung goal natin maghiwalay, hindi natin kailangan mag-away.
True.
Kung goal natin magsama, okay, alam kong busit ka, alam mong busit ako, ayusin na natin para hindi na tayo busit.
True.
Diba? Sayang oras.
Words.
Bisa nanonood tayo Netflix, bisa nag-do tayo, di ba? Hindi na natin pwede gawin.
Right.
Bakit?
Okay, words of wisdom. We'll end it on that note, and I'm sure those pieces of advice will help yung mga viewers, diba? Now, moving forward, okay? For Jaja, we are hearing that COVID care has greatly improved since it began, but at the same time, we're hearing that we are now in a third wave, diba? And the numbers are actually going up, especially flu season, especially winter. Your advice to people who are concerned about this, about COVID. I'm sure you touched on it earlier, and don't panic, ganyan. But any other, like, what would you tell people right now that are worried?
For me, I think for the people who did not get COVID yet, to keep doing whatever they're doing, because whatever they're doing is
working.
Alam mo yun? Like, so, yeah, stay home.
Wear a mask.
Wash your hands. It's the same thing over and over again. And, just get tested. Get tested every week. Even if you're not showing any symptoms, it will help you. And your sanity too, especially if you're taking care of an elderly at your house. Right. If you really do care about your family and you're one of those people that go out and meet with friends, please be responsible and actually get tested. Even if you think they don't have symptoms, or what if they tell you that, oh, I don't have any symptoms, but then they really do have symptoms. You have those people. Like, don't be easily, what do you call that?
Don't be easily paranoid or swayed.
Yeah, parang ganon. Yeah, but I think that would be I think that
Good
would
advice.
be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yung sa akin,
Go ahead.
sa akin is wear a mask.
Mm-mm.
Wear a mask. Not because you're protecting yourself, but because you're
Protecting others.
okay. Sensitive kasi yung wear a mask na yan eh. My son, just a couple of days ago, tapos na kami, may COVID na kami, di ba? Tapos na, okay na kami. So technically, hindi na namin kailangan muna mag-mask. I say muna because hindi natin alam kung
You
kailan
can
ang
get
reinfection and all
reinfected.
that
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-mm.
So, but for the time being, we're safe. But then again, I told him, you need to wear a mask. Ito ang biyanan ko, pupunta na naman ng Vegas, naghahanap sa akin ng N95 na mask. Sabi ko, ano niyo yung N95? Hindi, kasi pupunta ako ng Vegas. Sabi ko, nagka-COVID ka na eh. Kailangan mo lang maglagay ng something sa bibig mo para hindi matakot yung ibang tao sa'yo. Pero it's really not about you anymore. Now, for my son and for our viewers, here is the importance of wearing a mask. Imagine if you and I were playing a spit game where we can spit on each other's face. If you and I are not wearing a mask, I can spit on your face and you can spit on my face. Easy. If you are wearing a mask and I'm not wearing a mask, I can spit on your face. You won't be able to spit on my face. I'm protected by you wearing a mask. If I'm wearing a mask and you're wearing a mask, both of us cannot spit on our faces. We are both safe.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Right.
So to that note, if you see a person walking without a mask, stay away. Huwag ka na makipag-away. Lumayo ka
Just walk
na.
away. Exactly.
Walk away.
Exactly.
Because hindi ka safe sa taong yun. Ikaw nakamaskara ka, everyone around you is safe from your droplets. Pero pag may na-encounter ka na taong walang mask, you are not safe from that person's droplets. So walk away.
Right. So, Jaja, you mentioned that earlier, especially now, the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's so hard to walk away because it's the holiday season.
I know.
How is your family planning to move forward with this season? Anong kind of celebrations are you gonna be having? Kasi yung iba sabi Zoom. Yung iba sabi just your household, or not just the household, like let's say my parents and my siblings and their families in a house, in a house, but or outside, a gathering outside. But what's it gonna be like for you guys?
We are going to limit the spread by
staying
here. And we'll invite the usual people na alam naming responsible din. By this time, may mga tao ka na dapat na profile na alam mong responsible.
True.
Yeah, kasi you can see them on their post naman Instagram, Facebook. You know those people that are going out, they're not wearing a mask.
Oh, definitely not invited.
Yeah.
Like yung gitarista namin, the only reason why there is no intro voice gathering is because ang tigas ng ulo ng gitarista namin. Yung gitarista namin is a social butterfly and minsan makikita mo nagpa-party dito, tapos sa Facebook, nagkakantaan sila, naghahati pa sila ng mga microphone, parang hell no. And then nakakatawa, sabi ni Jonathan Buengamino, ikaw na praning sa COVID, ikaw pa nagka-COVID.
Yeah. But okay, so we'll end on that note. I'm assuming, the last question, just on what's on the horizon for you, Jaja. I'm assuming you're gonna continue working. Paco, same with you, but you're just gonna be extra careful.
It's the only thing you could do, Jannelle, di ba? Kumbaga parang what I've learned pala, pahabol, is when you live your life in fear, nagiging gray. You know what? Ang silver lining ko after COVID, and ito pala yung pinagtatalunan namin kasi minsan sasabihin niya, sana nagka-COVID na rin ako. So, syempre, lumalaki yung mata ko, di ba, pati yung butas ng ilong ko, parang, bakit mo iisipin yun?
Yeah.
Kasi nakikita niya yung silver lining ko. Nung gumaling, nagkaroon ako ng panlasa at saka pang-amoy, ang unang ni-request ko sa kanya, Outback Steakhouse, the following day, Korean barbecue. Tapos, one time tatawag siya sa akin, baby, nasan ka? Papunta ako sa bahay ng kaibigan ko, may kikitain ko lang. So, parang siya is, sandali lang. Nagka-COVID ka lang kung saan ka na pumupunta because there is freedom. Yun yung silver lining. I don't know. It's just that.
Right. But you can also get, reinfected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, syempre, maingat ka na.
Although your body has, parang immunity na rin.
Immunity, yeah.
And the chances for reinfection are exponentially lower than being infected. Kasi ngayon, 5 pa lang ang nababalita sa buong mundo na na-reinfect.
Right.
So, 5 as opposed to millions na na-infect, di ba? So, kumbaga,
got it.
Parang
and
gano'n.
on that note, we end the interview. Always fun talking to you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Paco. You want to promote your podcast, YouTube?
Yes. Thank you, Jannelle, and thank you to everybody watching the show. I'd like to promote Live at Paco's Place, my podcast. Season 2 is ongoing. Just go to youtube.com/Paco's Place. Andun lahat ng episodes, pati yung aming popular na episode ni Miss Jannelle So na nakakatawa, nakakatuwa, nakaka-inspire, nakakabuhay na loob. At pag nabasa niyo yung mga comments, nabasa mo ba yung mga comments na ang gaganda ng mga sinasabi ng mga tao about you, Miss Jannelle. Kaya thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you again. Thank you, Jaja. Stay safe.
Nakakatingin tuloy ako. Thank you, Jannelle.
Oo nga pala, pareho kayong Jannelle.
Oo,
Pareho kayong,
all right.
yun nga lang, ikaw 1 N, siya 2 N.
Anyway, have fun, guys. Stay safe and happy holidays if I don't talk to you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.